Hello everybody and welcome back to another video from Little Elf. Right, today as my Saturday fun day, as I'm going to call it, where I post a video about Q, where I'm not necessarily just showing you a deck. Today I'm doing my Q hot takes. So, all these hot takes were provided by the Games for Dads Discord server, which I'm in, which Games for Dads is in. So yeah, thank you to all the Discord members, first of all. And the winner, the best take, will get a limited ledge. So now we will see which one is the best. And as always, do follow my channel. We're doing a bunch of videos and it is going to be great. So starting off, we have Skinny. My hot take is the game should have a chat function. We have thousands of cards to trade and evaluate. And I don't care how unsafe those meansy hurts wordsies might disrupt your day, assuring people off to heavily moderate Discord/Q just ain't it. Add a block or mute function to get rid of the chats you don't like. I kind of agree with you. I'm not sure I understand the full premise here, but I think he's saying they should add chat and chat to trading and worry less about moderating and filtering the text, which I do agree with. There's so many cards to trade that being blunt with somebody is often just the best thing, you know. Instead of going mm, like no red trades, please, you can kind of explain to them what you want. I agree. I'm not sure this is a hot take that much, but it is a good take. Probably not going to win, but it's a good take. I kind of agree with you, Skinny, here. Okay, the next one we have here. Yeah, that was made by Skinny in the Discord server. The next take we have here is, drumroll please, Skinny again! I have another hot take. They should add extra rewards for top 50, top 20, top 10, and potentially top 3 for more incentive to keep player pushing. More people playing, less boring versus bots gameplay. See, this is an opinion that I agree with extremely. And if anybody from Cards of the Universe and everything on the team is watching this, this is a very good idea. So far, this is going to win my hot take. The only thing I would say is I'm not sure if this is that much of a hot take. Maybe for the developers it is, but for us players, not so much. But I completely agree with you, Skinny, on every single point there. You'll get more players, you'll have more people pushing, and you'll play less bots. I just think that's genuinely a really, really good take. So far, you're on track to win your limited ledge. Okay, so we are going to go on to the next take, which I think is not by Skinny, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, we have take from DW, of course, a really nice, friend of the channel, I would say. The Palo album needs an entire rework. There are so many cards that buff up Palo album itself instead of the Palo collection. I, again, completely agree with you there. Because of the popularity of Mono Palo, Q released cards that just buff paleontology, whereas there's less cards that buff specific albums. That's why Mono Palo is such a popular deck. I completely agree. Although I would say it does need a rework, but I wouldn't necessarily rework some of the already existing abilities. I would add stronger ones, maybe. Maybe give them a bit of a nerf, the existing ones, and add stronger ones to more niche collections. But I agree with that take. Not winning though, unfortunately. Skinny's was a little bit better. But I still a good take. I mean, we've not had any bad takes so far. So, I mean, let's see if there's any that I completely disagree with. Okay, wow, this is a long one. From Q's name, Hamburgish. Okay. The usage of AI imagery in Q art is okay, because the devs have so little to work with. Take the instance, the Festive Tradition or Horrible Halloween cards. Their old card art was AI generated. For instance, Hans Trap or Dr. Frankenstein. And that was alright back then, because the devs couldn't afford commission artwork in the game. But if you go to Q today, you will not see a glimpse of AI artwork. I agree with you on some parts. Because they've put Q on Steam, you're not allowed to have AI in it. So that's why they got rid of the AI imagery. Otherwise, I think they would have kept it. But I do agree that if they didn't go on Steam, they could have kept some of the AI art. I don't think they should have made the whole game AI like Eerie Worlds, but I think some cards maybe are okay to work with. But unfortunately, because they removed the AI because of, a specific thing, it's less of a hot take, I would say. Okay, we're going on to the next one here. But yeah, overall an okay take, but there is an obvious flaw to that, unfortunately. But otherwise, I agree with you. Okay, the next take we have is from Real Live Human. My hot take is Q is the most enjoyable card game of all time in terms of collecting and community. In other games I've spent, such as MTG, which I don't know what that is, and Pokemon, collecting specific cards, you want it. Collecting specific cards you want is torture if you don't have $50 to spend on the game. Plus, playing with other players and trading is much easier. I agree to half of that. I would not say Q is the most enjoyable card game in all time of all time, but I do agree that it's better than most at the fact that its trading is so simple, I would say, and playing with other players is also so simple. I remember I installed a Pokemon game once, and it was kind of a weird, flawed system. And this was after I, played Q, and I just thought back to how good Q is, and I ended up playing Q that day. So I do agree with you on some extent, but not the best take, unfortunately. Nice take though, I agree, on some extent. Okay, our next take be from oh, taking a while. Real life human again. Um, so the part here is another hot take is that the volcanoes suck. It's completely carried by Asia and St. Helen and doesn't beat any actual decks. It only beats dumb game dev and rainbow decks that only a beginner would use. I also agree with this. I remember I was trading volcano cards once, and Games for Dads came up to me and said, "Are you crazy? Those are trading for mythics." And I remember reading the abilities and thinking, that for a mythic, that's crazy. And this is truly a hot take. I really, really, really do like this trait. And I don't think it's the winning take, but personally, I think this is really, really valid. I think volcanoes are just very overrated and overvalued in general. Yeah. I mean, I think they do work in boxing decks though, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Okay, and the next take from OngeBob. Wild Cards is going to be better and take over the Q fanbase. So for those who don't know what Wild Cards is, that is the new game released by the Cards and Universe team, by Avid. I think this is too early to tell because we've only just got the game's leak. But I will say I kind of agree because they have the experience from Eerie Worlds, where they want to go and where they don't want to go, kind of how the economy works with Q, and they're probably going to try to get it on Steam, so they're not going to use AI. I think it might take over the Q fan base. I think it's just too early to tell. I mean, if you look back at this video in a year's time, this could be one of the greatest takes ever from OngeBob, but for now, it's way too early to tell. So I'm kind of leaning towards no on this one, where I don't agree yet. It has potential, just I'm not enough evidence yet. Okay, we've got one from Ice, a very good and loyal member of the Discord server. Hot take, can we bring back the weekly code thing? It was pretty fun and we got free coins and cards. I completely agree here again. Although I never figured out the puzzles, I just looked at the codes. It was a really nice, fun part of your kind of daily routine, checking what the new code was and getting the new pack. I'm not really sure why they don't do this anymore. Maybe it's like lack of time, especially now that they're working on wild cards. But I think it wouldn't kill them to have a little weekly code thing. I agree here. I just don't think that's major enough to where it's 100% the best hot take. But it's something small that I completely agree with. That I think is a very valid take in general. Couple more left. Okay, we have Ash Ketchum. Hot take. Players are getting a bit too greedy nowadays. and faster releasing of new limb ledge have made the issue worse. Yes, I agree. Some people are asking for way too much nowadays, especially for the new cards that release. And the fact that they're releasing limited ledges almost every day now is bad. And especially with those packs, I don't know the name of them, where you have a 10% chance to get one of the 3 highlighted cards. And then on release, those cards trade for lots. It's kind of scummy, in my opinion. So I really do agree here. However, I still think I'm going to give Skinny the best take of this session. I do think this is the last one. There might be one more. I think this could be it. But yeah, so far, I think if this is the last one, Skinny has had the best take. Is it? I think so. Alright guys, thank you all for watching. Skinny, I will talk to you on the Discord. I'll give you your prize. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this fun extra video for Saturday, and see you all in the next one. Goodbye!